Well, howdy internet. This is Steve at 1000 Year Home, so farm tools. So today I'm working on my truck right there. I want to put a grill on the front of it, which I backed into the other grill with that backhoe of mine. So this is kind of important. So I won't need two trucks once I'm done with the build. I alternate them because of the generators, and one might be in a trailer and one won't. So I'll sell one when I'm done. But for the moment, I'm running two trucks. So this thing, when I bought it, had gone missing. I had to put in a protective order to find it. So the shipper said it was delivered, and I said it was not delivered, and all of that. And then one day it magically showed up. So I think somebody wanted to fat finger my little grill. So I haven't cut it open yet. So look at this neat thing. So I've got a knife from Todd Cutler. I like it. It's an old remake from the Middle Ages. I really enjoy that kind of I don't know, history. All right, so I've had this for a little while, so I should have pulled it out and got it done. Hey, it is as I expected. The grill guard, all of the parts, so I could put these on first before I lift up the bumper or the grill guard and put it on. Alright, so all my bolts. Grade 8 bolts. It came with a bag of bolts, came with the two bumper guards, came with the installation instructions. That is awesome. Lee and I stopped down and visited the manufacturing facility. They didn't have tours or anything when we went down to Shiner. Shiner, Texas is where this ranch hand's made. And it's heavy duty. I said, y'all should have a showroom for truck owners like me I would just be in heaven. Alright, I got it turned so I could bring in my fork trucks, pick it up, put it on the front end of that truck. So let's get working. Well, there is the first challenge. I have a plastic coupler around that. I'm not quite sure how to get that off. I am not opposed to getting a Sawzall and just cutting it off, because I don't think I'll ever need it again. I see it goes up underneath there. Even if I got it out, let me see how far that goes. You think just grabbing it and pulling it? Let's find out. Well, here we go. All right. Probably a real way to take this off. My other truck, they're not on there, so they've been deleted. They've been deleted from my other truck that has the front end. So probably a $200 part right here. I'm cutting all up. Challenge number 1 accepted. And theoretically, it should have just come right out of there without having to tear it all up, but it did not. So, all right. Yeah, I could see inside there. I'm rounding it off. All right, metric it is. All right, I'm back with some metric here. Whoop, that one's still too big. Not getting any better. That's not gonna fit that. Whoop, fits it like a glove. All right. So that's the first challenge. 15, it's a metric 15, everybody. So, and I don't know if you could have saved this boot. I did not know how to take it off. So, you know, that's what I get for not watching. But the rails are going to come out through here, so I don't see any room. I guess you could cut them out and put them back on if you were so inclined. I am not inclined. Am I not loosening? Doing this upside down, so I wasn't loosening, I was tightening. All right, match these up. Let's see here. All right, well, they are the right size. But as you can see, I have to pull that bolt all the way out. That's a little sad. But, alright, let's do that thing. Those, the nut receiver's not welded in there. It's loose. So I'm going to go ahead and put the front one in loosely so that I don't lose it and it doesn't fall as I'm undoing all this. Alright, so I don't lose that metal bracket in there because it's loose. I'm going to put that screw in, bolt in. One side loose like that because I know that I can hook it around this. So one side loose in the back and just get that sitting there like that and turn it a few and then I'll do the other one. I can see it has a little play. I better not mess up with the distance or I will be disappointed. I think I'll leave that a little loose and put these pieces in here. Put these pieces in here with the bar and then tighten it all the way. That was certainly very difficult. Alrighty. Second one is loose, and as you could see, you could pull that bracket off of there. Showed you that. Man, it's nothing but hard work, though. Let me tell you, that is a floating pair of nuts that are welded to a bar, and it floats around on the inside there. So you got to put it back in to hold it while you put this thing on. Very hard. And I've got that one bolt right there to hold that little bracket because it floats. And if I don't, then I'll lose it and then I'll be in serious trouble. So this thing does slide on, see, like that. So at first, all I need to do is get this bracket in. So that's what I'm doing, lining the holes, getting that one in. Oh, man. All right. Well, there's both brackets on. There and there. They're both loose, so I should be able to pick up that. Ooh, that one's real loose. It just has lots of wiggle room. All right, lots of wiggle room on that side. That one's tighter. The sun is setting, so let me hurry up and get my tractor and see if I can get this thing lifted and in place. Well, I don't know if you'll count a tractor as cheating, but here we go. Got the first bolt in. Now I'll get these two bolts in, and then I can tighten it all up. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching my shade tree, literally under a shade tree farm build of this grill. So, ranch hand, built here in Shiner, Texas. And I gotta say, it took me about an hour to put it in. Mostly because I don't like to work on mechanical stuff. If you were so inclined and had a good setup, I bet you a half hour you'd be done. I don't know if the fork truck was cheating, but it's the only way I had to move something this heavy. So now I'm just gonna get it all tightened up. That totally changes the look of a truck, doesn't it? I don't have to worry about backing into it now, so. I broke that rear tail light there, $450 for the manufacturer. I found an OEM for $225. So this grill guard was about $900, but if it saves me from wrecking the front end of my truck, it'll pay for itself 100 times over again. All right, good looking thing. Let me tighten this all up. All right, normally I'm building inside of a container, but this is about restorative agriculture, and part of that is protecting your equipment. So this is Steve at 1000 Year Homes. Like, subscribe, follow me along.